How did you turn your life around? I decided to stop comparing myself to my brother and try to focus on the improvable. God, I wish I could do that. I'm the big brother, I should have my shit together. I have to disagree with you. I figured recently that nobody really has their shit together at any age. Some people are just better at pretending. You got this, King. When I was a teenager, I was homeless. A lot of places wouldn't hire me because I had no experience or interview clothes. I went to the Board of Education and begged the hour lady to give me a chance at any job. I told her I'd scrub the school with a toothbrush if they paid me. They made me a general sub for clerical. I took a call for one of the bad neighborhood schools that some others turned down. Walked across town to get there every day. I had to start walking at 4:30 a.m. to be on time. I wore dress clothes from a church mission that were way too big, but I did my best. After 4 months they gave me a long-term position. Then a permanent one with benefits. I saved up enough for an apartment. Finding a landlord okay with renting to an 18-year-old homeless girl was hard, and started college. I haven't been homeless a day since in the last 15 years. I even have a house now. Amazing to hear this. Probably weird to hear this from a stranger, but I am proud of you. People like you motivate me. I asked for help. Quit a job that wasn't making me happy, went back to college. Just literally handed in my notice at my shitty office job during a global pandemic tanking economy to go back to college this September. I'm 29 and scared shitless. This has given me hope. Were you an accountant, by the way? Also, what are you getting into? I was a staff accountant at Lamau. Quit 2 weeks ago because I hated my boss and company. What make you ask that question, BTW? Edit, not opedit 2, meant BTW, not FYI. I too ducking hate my job. That's what made me ask it. If you go to the sub you just see it everywhere, Lamau. Damn, so it seems accounting might not be a fulfilling job in general. Duck, this makes me depressed as fuck. I quit drinking when I was 24, went back to college when I was 26 and graduated at 29. Ducking needed this. I hope this is my timeline. I'm 24 and 166 days sober. I took my last drink of alcohol 2,079 days ago. Reading more and using social media less. I'm almost at the point where I can just delete Reddit. Almost. Reddit can be a good support system. Just don't argue in useless threads, that's the biggest trap in toxic social media. I'll argue all I want to, thank you very much. You got a problem with that? Like hell you will. I came here for an argument. Stopped caring about things I can't control and put all my energy into the things I can. It sounds hard, but there's actually a lot you can control, and that doesn't leave much room for the other shit. I grew up in South Florida during the beginning of the opioid craziness. From 2006 to 2011 things got pretty bad. 2011 I sold my last possession, my car, for $800, packed 2 suitcases and bought a bus ticket to Denver. Never been to Denver, didn't know anyone there, but weed was starting to be legal and I didn't want to miss out. I detoxed on the bus going from Florida to Colorado. Do not recommend. I got lucky and ended up sitting next to a guy that was a grower and needed help in his garden. I didn't know it at the time, but on the Greyhound he said I had an 8-hour job interview. Got to Denver and he really helped me get established. Within 2 months I was sleeping on his couch and learning how to grow. Haven't touched a painkiller since I got on that bus almost 9.5 years ago, and now I'm married, homeowner, decent car, and working my dream job in the cannabis industry. It's not for everyone, but I literally went from homeless sticking needles in my arm to living a life better than I could have ever imagined. When you said lucky for you the guy next to you was a grower, I thought this story was going somewhere else. He's a grower, not a shower. Realized there was more to life than partying and waking up hungover all the time. Edit, I still think it's good to go out and have fun, but just make sure to do it in moderation. It's easy to get caught up in that life and forget what's truly important, like friends and family and taking care of yourself. Goddamn, I want to stop drinking so bad. Or stop drinking is a great place to start. More like a great place to stop. My man. Paid off my debts slowly but surely and worked my ass off to buy a house. Took years, but it was worth it. Left the cult. Edited to add thanks for the awards and upvotes everybody. What kind of cult? Blue Oyster First Gold thanks brother sisters. Achieved optimum cowbell efficiency. Realized my quest to find love wouldn't fix anything wrong with me. Stopped manipulating and using men to try to fill the void in my soul. Treated men like people instead of tools. Actually fell in love and am married to the most wonderful person I've ever met. Edit, thanks so much for the awards. I wasn't happy. Lost weight, shaved head, got tattoos, travel more, complain less. Everything I do is for myself. I have a long way to go. If it's me trying to impress someone, it never sticks. You have to want to do it yourself. Two people so far apart, yet I feel the joy in your heart. It takes time. Start today, it will take X amount of days. Start tomorrow, it takes X plus 1. Find what makes you happy no matter how insignificant. I never pictured today me a year ago. Self-reflection and self-awareness are key. I heavily reduced sugar when I was 21 and started resistance training. 2 years later and I am feeling the best I have ever felt, have so much energy and self-confidence because I actually like the way I look now. Clothes fit so much better as well. Moving out of my parents' house. I was living with my parents, which is very common thing in India, until end of my med school. I've been in my comfort zone all my life and had everything I need. That led to depression. All I wanted is to live by myself and to get out of my bubble. Now, I can't say I figured it all, but I definitely feel better. This seems to be an Indian thing. I'm in South Africa, but my parents want me to get married first before moving out. But like you, I'm craving independence. So tired of answering to other people. Also, I don't want to get married and let that be my first experience of living alone. My wife would think I'm useless. Lost 15 kilos. Edit. No, it wasn't cocaine. I was 12, pretty sure I lost around 10 kilograms of cum. Border Patrol? Quite recently. I deleted Facebook, deleted Instagram and Snapchat. I now only use Twitter and Reddit. I stopped making an effort to those who don't for me. I cut out the toxic people in my life and I surrounded myself with positivity and care. I've deleted Snapchat and Instagram. In keeping Facebook, cause Therese, certain people I can only talk to on there, but am trying not to check it so much, or even Twitter and Reddit. How do you motivate yourself to stop looking at social media all the damn time? For me, turning off all notifications help. Out of sight, out of mind. If it's habit-based checking, remove the icon from an easy to get to location to somewhere more difficult. Sometimes, making things a little bit harder and more manual allows time for your brain to catch itself and say you don't need to do that. You don't have to cut it all out right away, just try and reduce the addiction. Maybe when you feel like digging for it, put the phone down and walk clean. Eventually, you just don't bother to care unless it's something important for you to check, say, messaging a family member or wishing someone happy birthday. Find a 1996 Honda Civic with a clean title and low miles. Honda Civic, you have acquired. Lethal dose of ketamine, you will buy now. No, that would be if it was a 2001 Honda Civic. Gave Facebook, TikTok, etc. a week off. Then 2 weeks. Then never went back. Went to a sober living and got clean. Decided it's okay to put yourself first no matter what. I don't mean that go ahead and cheat and lie for your benefits. For example, I was seeing this toxic person for some time and I was the one always compromising and making efforts. When things finally ended, I chose to cut off all contact from that person while they wanted to remain in touch, for support or validation. I felt bad and selfish while doing it, but starting to feel better about myself now that that person is out of my life. You need to be selfish if the other person is being selfish too. Affix your own oxygen mask first. Started going to therapy. Slowly realized that I have to think about myself too. Started going to gym, setting boundaries, eating foods I like, and every day I tried to do one thing that made me happy. And I finally got the courage to go to school and study something I actually like.